Let's go. We're back. We're episode 11, Right Brain Forest podcast, formerly known as Headlines Pod. I think in the last episode did the name change. But anyways, Right Brain Forest, episode 11. It's been a little bit. Sorry, guys. Had a little transition, but we in California now, so all sunshine. No fucking, no shoveling shitty snow. So happy to be here. Yeah, let's just get into this fucking thing. Oh, new mic too. So we're locked in. Hopefully a little better audio. All right, so this week, what week is this? Maybe I should note the weeks too. This is February 4th, so 2026. Happy New Year. Missed the new year, but whatever. Like I said, we're back. All right, so this week's come up anti-ice merch. This shit's going crazy. Basically, like, you know, it's a huge social movement, I guess, now. So, oh, you see my dog right there. Yeah, it's becoming a little social movement. And I mean, it's always been fuck the police, but there's obviously been an excess of this ICE brutality shit. So every time I open up my goddamn phone, and maybe it's my fault because of like the stuff that I click on or whatever, but basically like 80% of it is like ICE t-shirts. And I saw this one last night that was like, it wasn't even well done. Like you could tell it's like they don't even have the shirts done in hand yet. It's like a drop ship printing type John, where it's like just photoshopped on the fucking like frame of the shirt, but the shirt was folded, so it was like coming off the frame onto like the bottom part. Yeah. So if you want to make a little bit of money right now, probably just kind of consistently anti-ice shit is popular. You could print some t-shirts, maybe signs. Keep hearing that there's these professional protesters, which that sounds cool. Like you could just even maybe monitor. Like, you don't even have to get paid to protest. Like just find out whatever channels those people go through to get their shit together, and then just start showing up. Actually, just show up. Just show up to the protest with like well-printed anti-ice signs and well-printed anti-ice t-shirts, and you're probably just going to be able to make some fucking money. You sell them bitches 30, 40, $50 a pop. You know, like help me fight the man by contributing to consumerism and capitalism through my pocket. So yeah, that's this week's come up. I feel like it's probably pretty solid. Next, I have the fuck. So for this week, for what the fuck, like this guy tried to free Luigi Mangione, that dude who the Mario character who or video game character who shot that United Healthcare CEO. Somebody somebody came into, which this is like the most half-cocked plan basically I've ever heard of. The guy showed up in, I think, just plain street clothes. Like maybe he got like a trench coat or something, but he had like basically plain street clothes, and he walked into this FBI or this prison that's holding Luigi, which also too, like, imagine the fine. Okay, so I'll get to the story first. Sorry. So he walked in this prison and he was like, I'm an FBI agent. I'm here to transfer Luigi. And like that obviously comes with like hella documents and information. You know what I mean? Like these dudes would have gotten a fax at the very least. That was like prison transfer or whatever. This is like the most movie like shit basically ever. He basically was like, this already is a movie. So I'm just gonna add to the plot of this. Maybe I can really get in. They're like, okay, where's your FBI badge? And he just hands him his state ID. So they're like, all right, obviously we're going to give you this prisoner. Just why don't you step into this holding cell over here for a minute. And they went through his bag and they found like a pizza cutter, like the most old timey street fucking cartoon level prison break bullshit. Like I think he probably had like a whittled spoon or something like that too. So I think he swallowed an old-timey key as well. They x-rayed him, and he had one of those old-timey prison keys, which I don't even know what he thought. I think he maybe just thinks that they're universal for just prisons or something. But yeah, so this guy tried to fucking come in there and release him. And so imagine it did work. Like it's like 80% good, like, or like 1,000% better. But like it worked like 80% well. And he gets to Luigi and he's like, all right, like, let's go. Like we're FBI prison transfer. And the dude's like, okay. And like gets out. And then he gets in this dude's what I assume is probably like 2005 Nissan Altima, and is like, so where are we going? And he's like, whoa, like we fucking did it, man. We did it. Like we fucking got you out. And he's like, what are you talking about? Like, I'm a federal fugitive again, and now I look guilty. My legal team was like, I just got off being the death sentence on the table, and now you're doing like, oh, they're gonna fucking kill me. Oh shit. So shit's fucking like the fuck, like the fuck were you doing? The fuck was I guess the end plan. Maybe he's gonna get him to Canada or Mexico or something. I don't know. I don't really know. It's just the fuck. That's crazy. Crazy play. So yeah. For this week, for who's running amok, I mean, obviously ICE is pretty rampantly run amok. I mean, I feel like I've touched on them several times, but we have the Border Patrol commissioner, like I don't know, I think it's like second in command, but this is the ICE Border Patrol commissioner, and he's submitting his budget for for like the next fiscal year for whatever, for like their allocations, and he put in a request for $2.5 million, $2.1 million, I think, office renovation just for his office. And I was reading some of like the requests and like kind of like the transcript, and it read something like this, like, okay, so you're telling me that the red light sauna, the dry sauna, and the wet sauna, plus the Olympic-sized swimming pool, are going to help you catch more immigrants? I'm not really sure how that's going to work, but I will say, I will give you this: the fucking Batmobile or the Bat pole sliding down into the under garage with the Lamborghini Murcielago on rocket propulsion jet fucking packs. That one does seem like it's going to help you get more immigrants. So I think that they just greenlit all of it. I'm pretty sure they're just like, yeah, all right, well, I guess, if you do need a personal masseuse and a private chef, and it will make our border more safe, then that's fine. You can get that. And you know what? We're just going to upgrade you to the Bugatti while we're at it. Like, fuck it. The Lamborghini's too, I don't think it's fast enough. We need something a little faster for you to get to the immigrants. So I think this dude just kind of run amok with his fucking budget on that shit. Another thing is, obviously, I keep hammering this. I mean, it's not going to stop. It's just continuing to go crazy. But this AI shit, I think, like, there was this huge trend on Twitter where people were just sending like photos of themselves, or like if they're a porn star, and then just hella other people that were just sending like photos of children and being like, undress me, undress this, and make this naked. Or like even crazier, they could request like wrap it in plastic or some shit like that. So like yeah, like I saw one where, the chick was like, make me wrapped in like take my clothes off and make me wrapped in Teflon. So I can only imagine just the type of shit that people do. But this story is there was a teacher, I don't know, I think it's in Europe somewhere, but this teacher, and apparently this 8-year-old, right? An 8-year-old student took a picture of her and 2 other male faculty members from the school website, then made an AI threesome video of these dudes just piping her down, like straight up spit roasting this fucking chick. And she resigned. So she quit. Yeah, so she quit. She quit. This AI thing is definitely run amok. There's seemingly, I mean, they have to put like limits on it. I mean, we're probably in the glory days of AI, just free rangeness. I mean, I'm sure that probably in the future, maybe like on like the dark web or Reddit or something, they're gonna have like a link to some type of illicit AI. I guess there's probably always going to be porn AIs. I don't really fucking know. I don't know how it works, but what I can say is that it's already majority of your content, and now you have your children potentially being undressed online, or having your children take faculty students from the fucking school yearbook and making them do a crazy gangbang. So watch out for that. You know, I don't know. I don't even know how you put it. I'm glad I don't have a kid right now. Definitely not a teen kid. I think that'd definitely be like a whole new level. I'm not sure. Okay, who's winning this week? Bad Bunny's winning. Clearly, I think he's always winning. So I think I've definitely mentioned him before, but he's obviously about to play the Super Bowl. I'm sure that's going to be cracking. I'm sure the NFL cut him a fat check. He also just won a definitely best album of the year, which I think the album's fire. Definitely, I know I said it before, but I love the Bunny, so I'm a Bad Bunny fan. But he definitely had a little something to say about about ICE, and I thought it was funny afterwards. You know, some reporters asked the fucking NFL commissioner. They're like, so is there going to be ICE at the show? And also, I'm sure you heard Bad Bunny's comments about ICE. So how do you feel about these things? And obviously he's like, there's federal, local, and state people. So I don't know, man. There's going to be people out. Like I'm sure he doesn't really have like control over whether or not the federal government sends ICE, while also sending federal supporting agents to put snipers on the roof or whatever the fuck they do during the NFL. So, yeah, that's obviously just a stupid question. I think probably based on all the rhetoric and the fact that Bad Bunny is going to be there, and they've said several times like they'll be out in force. If you're an illegal immigrant, you probably shouldn't be buying really expensive Super Bowl tickets right now and going to the Super Bowl. Also, too, there's going to be a fucking Kid Rock halftime show. Imagine how gay that household has to be like, nah, I ain't watching none of that fag shit. Bad Bunny? Hell no. I'm going to put on some good old fashioned American 80-year-old Kid Rock talking about sex with teen children on his fucking music. That's American. So hopefully you're not in one of those households, because I'm sure Bad Bunny's show will be cool. Or just like put it on mute or whatever. Like I think most people just go and take a shit or whatever during halftime anyways. So they got that fucking buffalo wing dip mid-game shit. You got to get out. So yeah, Bad Bunny's winning. Oh, and also too, the NFL commissioner was like, yeah, obviously he's a great artist. He just won a bunch of Grammys. It's obviously proven that he's a great artist. I think he's going to put on a good show. And if he does some political-ish shit, like, I don't know, man, because I've already given this dude like 20 or 30 million dollars. So we're locked the fuck in. I'm not gonna like pull the plug now. Be like, actually, you know what? Get me Kid Rock. You know what? Bad Bunny made some comments about ICE this last weekend at the Grammys. We're going to have to pull the plug. I know the contract stipulates that, like, we got to pay him anyways. That's fine. Pay him anyways. But who can we get in the final minute that's going to put on a show that, like, will truly rival the pop superstar that is Bad Bunny? No one other than Kid Rock himself. Get him out here. Oh, man. Okay, no surprise. OpenAI is probably going to go bankrupt. Like, they've already I don't see how they have a revenue model that makes sense. We're in the middle of the the AI bubble. I think like probably no. I think that's the same thing. Is for some time. It's like if you could just say AI, like investors basically are just like, here's lump sums of fucking cash, and I think OpenAI is trying to prime itself to be like the Amazon or Google of it, but there's also like Amazon and Google already. So I don't know. Nvidia is obviously caking the fuck out. They're selling the pickaxes during the gold rush, so they're just printing AI chips for anybody who wants it, and yeah, stacking the plate. And also too, they're doing like wild, deals with this whole thing right now. So like AI or Nvidia announced like $100 billion investment in OpenAI. I think, yeah, 100 million, no, 100 billion, 100 million. I don't know, some number like that. But anyway, some big number. And they gave him like 10 billion of it. Yeah, I think it's billion. And then they gave him like 10 billion of it, but they have to spend the majority of it buying their own chips back. So it's just kind of like a, you know, an inclusive play. You know, it's like giving them money to buy their own chips for something that maybe doesn't have profitability. And I think I read that like OpenAI has set up contracts for $1.5 trillion in infrastructure deals to supply the electricity. And I mean, AI right now is such a crazy bubble. We have some of these places like some of these AI startups, which if you know anything about startups, you know that they burn money. They have a capex. They go through it like crazy to just like have any idea stick to the wall. And so I was reading about some of these AI facilities where they're burning fucking jet fuel to power the basically the servers, like to generate enough electricity because they don't have it supplied. Like they need RAM. So like the only way that they're getting the RAM for some of these things is buying it on Amazon, which like there's no way that can be a very sustainable model. Like if you just like there's so many people just making fucking like just like using AI as like a talk chat therapist, that you don't have enough RAM for all of their incessant nonsense, that you need to buy Amazon like hard drives. I don't know. That just doesn't seem very particularly sustainable for me. So they have like a $1.5 trillion infrastructure deal signed, and their revenue, like they charge people $20 a month. Like even if they had 1 billion subscribers a year, that's like $20 billion. And I don't know any of these companies. Like I just read Paramount is taking like a $400 million loss, and they already have all their shit. All they have to do is like host their fucking shows and shit. So yeah, I would say that my read is we're definitely in the middle of a some type of AI bubble. Somebody's going to come out on top. AI is here to stay. There's going to be some company that's going to make some, you know, whatever, find some algorithm that sticks. I don't know how that shit works, but then they're just going to buy all the other people's dumb bullshit that's worth anything, and then gut all the rest, and it's just going to be consolidated under probably like Google fucking super, I don't even know. I was just going to combine brand names, but like Google, Disney, Amazon AI Plus. Brought to you by ChatGPT. So yeah, I think that shit's going down. And I think that's no surprise to me really too, because I think that it's kind of like, you know, a useless more or less service. I think it's very similar to NFTs for me. Like it has its time. It's kind of cool. The best memes are just, I mean, that's what I use ChatGPT for mostly, is like memes and shit. So I don't know. I feel like the best memes are more organic than that. Who's down? The Melania movie is down. I read somewhere that like, okay, they're like it's crazy that the nonsense, like the nonsense posting that exists right now, like the level of just I'm just gonna say something because the mass information echo bullshit is it's reached peak for me. But I read somewhere like somebody's like, yeah, this will show you the Melania movie grossed $7 million its first weekend. Like that's half of blah 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 blah. Like some other terrible ass fucking movie that nobody wanted to watch. That was definitely a flop. So they're like comparing it to a straight flop, and I love Reddit for this. So somebody commented on the commented and was like, here's the amount of theaters it came into. Here's the amount of money, like whatever. So like here's the amount of tickets it sold, and it was something like fucking, I can't remember, whatever, the like 200 tickets or something like that per theater over a weekend or something like that. I don't really know, but it's definitely not doing well. It's been pulled in a lot of different like mainstream releases from different countries. In Africa, it's definitely it got pulled from Africa, and I mean, I don't know why anybody would watch it in the UK. Like nobody gives a shit about it here. But it's crazy. It was just like this massive Amazon bribe. Like I think Jeff Bezos paid them like $50 million or something for the rights to do it, or like 70 million. I don't know, some crazy number, and then just spent like $40 million on advertising for it. And then just like right when they're going to do the theatrical release, they like pulled all the critics. They stopped having a critic release because I'm sure they knew it was just going to be eviscerated. I would bring up some of them, but I'm sure you know the vibe. I mean, that shit was, I guess the next highest bidder other than Amazon was like I think Disney Plus for like a third of the value, and I think that they're probably just going to relegate it to like a Disney Plus documentary style thing that was pretty pretty brief. All right, for this week, who's boohooing? For who I have boohooing, and before I get into this, I will say so. I think what's happening in Minneapolis is tragic. I think what happened with these ICE shootings is terrible, and I think it's an abysmal. ICE is just doing an abysmal violation of American rights on a daily basis. But I'm trying not to be too political in this because I have kind of gone on some rants before, and honestly, my news cycle is just dominated all by politics and this, especially these shootings, especially, and yada yada, fucking propaganda this, propaganda that. So I'm trying to steer away from it going forward as best I can because, yeah, I don't know, it's trying to keep it more light, a little bit more fun. But so for who's boohooing this week, I have Bruce Springsteen with this fucking song, dude. Like, this is like this is the problem, right? It's like, okay, so I've heard people say like, you know, either like you see extremism on either side. Neither side is good, right? Like hyper left, hyper right, whatever it is. But it's very easy now to like undermine like any legitimate thing, like a legitimate cause because of radicals, right, on both sides. And so that shit kind of just pushes the agenda. Like these are who like the media outlets focus on. So you have lame ass Bruce Springsteen writing this song about this like it's I think it's called like the cold streets of Minneapolis or like some shit like that. And it's like, first of all, he couldn't have tried harder. Like it's such a try hard song. It's not even funny. It's like every part of it starts in the beginning. It's like, on the ice cold nights in the windswept streets, tear gas hit, I couldn't feel my feet, and it's like, what? Every King Trump sending his troops, and they say they're here to uphold the law, but that's not what I saw. And it's like, dude, oh my God, can you cry me a bigger river, dude? Like, you have all the money in the world, donate to whatever. I'm not, at first I was gonna say, when I first thought about this, I was like, well, maybe he's donating the profits to like some I don't know, anti-ICE charity or whatever. Maybe he's donating it to the families. I'm not sure, but you have like more money than fucking you know, oil barons or whatever. So like, I'm sure you could probably just give them the money and then also have like a much more concise and outspoken like speech or some type of, you know, like do an interview. I don't know, man, but like just to he's like, I'm gonna chart. Like, you know what? I haven't charted in fucking decades. This is gonna hit. Like it's gonna it's fine. It's a win-win, right? I'm gonna donate the profits. It won't look too nail on the head. I just really fucking don't like this Trump shit, but I'm gonna fucking chart. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna like, you know, like that Billboard 100, like top spot. It do be calling my name. So I'm gonna write the most god awful, nail on the head, like tribute track to the fucking street. Like this is like, this reminds me of that song when I think it was by Jeezy, when like Obama won and it was Obama became president. He's just like, my Lambo's black, or sorry, my president is black and my Lambo's blue. Like, that does not age well. You know, it's like when you put a fucking bumper sticker on your car for a presidential candidate and they're the ones that lost. You're just stuck with this because like it's part of your catalog, you know? So he really, I don't think that there's a way you could boo-hoo much harder other than just being like, you know what, I'm gonna make a song and it's gonna be dog shit, but it's not gonna matter. But it's not gonna matter because I'm gonna fucking chart. So yeah, dude, fucking do better. You could do better. I know you could do better. Or if you're gonna do the song, if you have to do the song, Bruce, do a better song. Like, do just, you could tell you put it to, I think ChatGPT wrote the lyrics, I'm pretty sure. Um Okay, so trash move for this week is that guy throwing apple cider vinegar on fucking oh my god, I don't even know how to say her name, dude. I just she's some like Democratic senator or whatever, like Ilhan Omar or some shit like that. But yeah, she was doing the senator. I'll just say that it's easier. So this senator, this Democrat senator was at like her public forum, and some guy comes up and throws fucking like yeah, like and throws a substance on her. Right, that's all you can see is like, obviously some substance, and everybody starts freaking out like, oh my god. He hit her. He sprayed her with something. No, and she's like, I think I'm fine. And they're like, no, and they like freak out. I mean, like, probably rightfully so. Like, there's crazy people out there. I think people have had hydrochloric acid and shit thrown on their face and shit like that. So people had some crazy ass shit. So I get it, but it was apple cider vinegar. So what? Like, it's a trash move in that like throwing acid on a woman, on any person, is a pretty trash move. Like, it's like I don't know, man. I'd rather almost be shot in the fucking, like, maybe not in the head and be killed or face, but like just shot in the body somewhere than fucking have acid thrown on my face or body, probably. Seems like probably recovery is like potentially easier in the right circumstances. I mean, Trump got shot and he was fine. So yeah, acid. I mean, imagine the fucking dude just threw acid on Trump's face right there. Like, that would have been fucking insane. Like, that would have been, I mean, obviously if he hit him with the bullet, it would have been insane too. But either way, he just threw apple cider vinegar on her, and like now it's being prosecuted by. First of all, it's funny because right away Trump and like the cronies or whatever just jumped on being like, I think it was staged. Like, I'm pretty sure she pulled like one of those, like, I think she just like, I think he was an actor. And so they said that, I mean, and I don't know what the goal. I don't know what the goal would be, but they just say shit. So, anyways, and then it ended up being apple cider vinegar, and it's like, it's also a trash move in that, like, if you were gonna do something like that, like, why did you do something that was like nothing? And like, he's now being prosecuted for it federally. So, I don't think he's probably gonna do much time, because I think it's like basically like maybe a misdemeanor to throw like a just like to spit on somebody. Like if you throw your drink on somebody, I think it's probably worse than what he did to her. Which I don't know. Maybe it's an assault. Maybe it's assault. I don't know. But I think that's like basically a misdemeanor or whatever for like basic level, like especially if they're not hurt or anything. So we'll see. But imagine he got like a year even, or just like whatever amount of time in prison. It's like, dude, I don't know if you remember, but there's this guy who fucking threw a Molotov, like when that Doge shit was going on, which like now seems just so small. It's like out of off now that like they're shooting people in the back of the head in the streets for filming them. Like, the Doge shit seems like kind of like microscopic or whatever in like hindsight. And there's a dude who threw a fucking Molotov cocktail through a Tesla dealership window, and he's doing 20 years. He got prosecuted for 20 fucking years. Like, dude, imagine you were burning stupid ass Tesla rechargers. Just like, that'll show him, like, ha ha ha, like one for the little guy, right? Am I right? And then just fucking serve 20 years on a federal fucking vandalism and like attempted murder charge or some crazy shit like that. Like he's just sitting in that cell right now, just like, guys, I'm still cool, right? Like, I'm still punk rock, right? Guys, I want to be at the protest. I'd bring Molotovs. No, this is why you're locked up, Randy. So yeah, fucking trash move to throw acid type stuff on somebody, and an even trasher move to be so bad at it that's what you end up doing. What grinds my gears is for this week. It's like these like videos and mostly also too like a lot of articles. Like, articles are the ones that really like burn me, right? It's like articles that are just about nothing. Like, they pay somebody to do this shit, right? When like, okay, the one that got me this week was one that was like, this is literally a Time article headline: "Push to my stupid phone through the Apple News app," which is like mind numbing, even more so that they think this is like, there's literally like whatever, like Iran closes Hormuz Strait, and instead it's like Time Magazine says, when it is and isn't okay to ask somebody if they're on Ozempic. It's like, okay, how dumb and socially unaware can you be? Here's how it works. I'll make it really simple in case you don't. If you can walk up to your friend and be like, "Sup, you fat motherfucker? Like, you lost some weight? Like, you losing weight, big dog? Like, that's pretty fucking fast. Like, you on the Ozempic?" Unless that's how it is with your boy, then you just can't ask. Like, or just not, I mean, you can, but it's just obviously rude. Like, unless the relationship is straight up just like, "Sup, bitch?" Like, "Hey, bitch." Like, tell me the truth. Like, fucking, you hitting that Ozempic or what? Because, like, you looking good. Like, definitely, like, girl looking good. You getting that bikini body on, but like, it was fast. Am I what's the deal? Are you on that Ozempic? Like, unless that's your relationship with your homegirl or homeboy, then how dumb can you be? Like, you're just at work. You're just at, like, standing around the fucking like with a bunch of other employees, like on your lunch break or whatever, like in the break room. And just like one of the employees who's obviously like the sweatiest guy there, that's just the most uncomfortable, clearly in his skin most of the time. And all of a sudden, in the last couple months has just shedded it and is just like, he's just boosting his self-esteem up, just kind of getting there. And you guys are just standing around and you see him and you're like, damn, like, big dog, you lost a lot of weight really quick. Like, you on that Ozemp or what? And just like everybody's like choking on their food a little bit. Are you retarded? Like, are you, you know what I mean? Like how dumb can you be? So, and I think that I feel like these articles and these other videos, like, there's just videos that are just like, like how to like fucking go to the mall type shit. You know what I mean? There's just videos, there's like somebody just telling people how to do everything, because the Gen Alpha or whatever, this new Gen Alpha X or whatever, the new Alpha 1.0, 2.0, whatever the fuck they are, they don't know how to do anything. Like, they grew up on Xbox chat in like, they grew up in Fortnite. So they don't know how to have, I think, just like basic human interpersonal connections and reactions to things. So I think that they're all basically like the equivalent of like Asperger's. Like, they're socially autistic. So I guess now you need to write articles that then get blurbed to their phone, so that way they have just like the slightest semblance of common sense to be like, oh yeah, no, okay, so when is it okay? Oh, when I know them really well. Okay. When is it not? When I don't know them really well. Okay, sick. I was gonna ask fucking Craig on Tuesday, but now, thank you. So yeah, that shit grinds my gears. It's like, fucking, I don't know, man. Do better, or at least don't send it to my goddamn phone. Like, whatever algorithm is responsible for sending, fucking Apple blurbs, skip that shit. That's stupid. For who you blew it this week is Bondi on this Epstein document release. Which, okay, I will say that she did get put in what seems like a bit of an impossible decision. Impossible position, because they unsealed what is apparently like 3 to 5 million documents. And so there's a fuck ton of victim information. That there's bank accounts, there's obviously tons of illicit photos and evidence and all this shit, and it was all just sealed up into a few months ago, and then it gets unsealed, which, I mean, this is all her fault. That's the thing. From start to finish, she blew it. She put her foot in her mouth when she said the list is on my desk, and like held a stupid fucking influencer, like MAGA influencer, anti-pedophile fucking conference, where they just gave them all the same information that you could just find on Reddit or whatever. And so she fucked herself with that, but then she got ordered by Congress to just like release all this shit and then have a deadline. And so they have and already the Justice Department, I'm sure, is just steeped in nonsense. It's like, I think like 2/3 of their their defense and prosecution, whatever, just 2/3 of their litigators have like resigned, just from being like, yeah, this is insane. This is an insane workload. You want me to violate people's rights and all that shit, and it's just like a little much for me. So Yeah, they've had a crazy turnover. I think that they're getting people out of Texas now that don't even have law degrees because Texas just made it so you don't need to pass the bar to practice law in Texas. So I think they're just getting like Texas lawyers who are like, I mean, I know cow law, like I know cow law damn well, but I don't know if I know civil like rights laws is the thing. So yeah, I think that those are the people who are having to redact this shit. And so in the first round of redactions for the first round of documents that they released, they just use like Adobe Redact, which they just like type in keywords and just like redact. And I think they basically were like so to I guess do like typical government redacting, it needs to be triple checked. And I think that they were basically just like no, fuck all that shit. Like I think it's good. And I think part of it was that they didn't have the Adobe Premium. Like I know I'm usually joking when I say this shit, but I'm like actually pretty positive that the thing is that they didn't have the premium or like some contract like that. Elon canceled some like whatever contract with them. And so you could just copy. It was like photo redaction, but not actually document redaction. So they uploaded all the PDFs and you could just copy and paste all of the stuff. So you could just see everybody's name and like bank accounts. And so they're like, fuck, hold on. And so they had to delete all that shit. And obviously everybody's like, oh my God, they're hiding pedophiles. And so they're like, okay, hold on. And so I think they put them back up or whatever, even though the damage is already done. And then they just released this new 3 million files, which obviously now that they have that as a precedent, people are just like download. As soon as it hits the web, download. Like I'm getting all this shit now. And so yeah, all of it got fucking downloaded. And then it comes out on this one that there's like victims whose faces are unblurred who are like also topless, and like you maybe have children topless and other things like that just didn't get redacted. So now like the government is complicit and maybe like disseminating child pornography or whatever. I mean, Pam Bondi, really. So like, and again, in this role, she kind of got put in a possible position because they're understaffed, they're overworked, and they got ordered by Congress to release within like a really relatively short time frame for like 5 million documents of redactions, to just release it all. So they're basically just like redact. Is that tits or is that a fucking cake? Like I don't even know anymore. It's like it's fine. Like and so. Yeah, that shit was just all out there. So yeah, that's I feel like it's like peak you blew it, but I mean, to me she doesn't strike peak confidence. Like when I see her and just pretty much the majority of this other admin, I'm not like, oh yeah, like clearly best person for the job. Like if I were to like choose a chief litigator in any country, really, especially this one, Pam Bondi seems like she's fucking doing it, you know what I mean? So she blew it. She blew it hard. For King, well, this week it's going to be a Queen. It's Queen Petty. So we have a Queen Petty this week. It was Nicki Minaj, which, dude, I feel like she's no matter what at her all time low. Clearly is a very petty person and has and I mean always her she's always like started beef with random. She's basically just like, Lizzo, you're a fat bitch. Barb's, get her. I think. And so I mean I definitely know she started some beef with Lizzo, and then just anybody else really. She's like, oh, what you said in one random track fucking on your mixtape 2 years ago, and now you're blowing up that you were the best female rapper. Like fuck no. Barb's, get this bitch. Honestly, demons, suck out her fucking soul. So she's super petty, and she was just at the White House. I think her like husband is in jail for like definitely like sexual assault. And I think like this is like not the first time either. So her husband's in jail for sexual assault. So I'm sure she's like really trying to get that pardon, first of all. But more than anything, she's trying to get this citizenship. And so I guess the cost of citizenship was going to the White House, filming some type of political ad. I can't confirm this, but I think also just like it wasn't to suck the president's dick, but just like kiss it, just like a light, like, just quick. Just I know it's gross and small, but just a light, and we'll be good. Then you get your green card, or now it's a gold card. So she was at the White House. doing this like, Trump is my favorite president. Barb's times MAGA. And Trump was like, yeah, Nicki Minaj. Am I right? And so they like made a joke about it at the Grammys, and Nicki was like, "No, we're not fucking having this shit." So she wrote up on Twitter, and she just went on a complete Twitter tirade. She also took a chance to lash out at Lizzo. She's like, "And Lizzo, I saw you fucking ass on stage. You still a fat bitch. I don't care about the Ozempic." And so yeah, just Queen Petty. It's like you're already fucking, you know, kissing the proverbial crown to get the fucking citizenship. You're not at the Grammys. You can't, like, you just, the slightest joke, which was, I mean, honestly, it was a bit of a compliment. I think the joke was basically like, Nicki Minaj isn't here. I think, or she's still at the White House discussing important issues, which, like, in theory, literally, that's a compliment. Like, in fact, that you took it so personally to be like, you know damn well we weren't discussing important issues. You know damn well I was just giving his dick a light little peck to get myself a fucking a gold/green card. Like, don't fucking play that shit with me. Like, with her fucking, you know, I don't even know, like, definitely fictitious voice. Like, there's no, don't talk to me like that type shit. And so, yeah, she gets Queen Petty for this week. Seems like an easy one. Okay, Stranger Than Fiction. So for Stranger Than Fiction, this fucking dude, this kid is a straight up hero. Okay, there's this 13-year-old child, like 13-year-old little boy, and he was doing like kayaking and paddleboarding with his mom and like his like younger siblings. I guess like one's like 12 or something and 8. And so they're in Australia off some like random kind of beach, like I don't know, like Australia's a pretty desolate place if you don't know. Like, outside the cities, there's like nothing there. So I'm assuming it's just like a, you know, kind of out there beach. And they just started getting sucked out by the current. So there's some crazy ass fucking Australian barrier reef current type shit, and sucked them out to sea. And this 13-year-old boy is like, all right, I gotta go. Like, the kayak's obviously like cooked, so he just starts swimming himself. And I guess it's like over 4 kilometers. He swam 2 hours with the life vest and was like, this is just doing me. I'm just not going anywhere. So he throws the life vest off and finishes the other rest of the swim in the other 2 hours, finds somebody on the beach, they rescue his mother and siblings. And yeah, I mean, this is a story made for Hollywood. Like, I mean, like they turned fucking like a bear that ate cocaine in the woods that nobody was around into a movie. So there's definitely something here. But I mean, you know, the 2 hours, it's just a lot of suspense of the family being like, will he make it? Like, oh, and like seeing like maybe sharks in the distance, or like he's swimming and then maybe like, you know, like a shark bites the life vest and he has to be like, yeah, and like, you know, give it off like that. I don't know. They can juice it up a little bit. There's some juice to squeeze there. But yeah, this 13-year-old saved his family. And I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I don't know. I mean, I was probably like in pretty good shape at 13 compared to like, you know, maybe me now, but like endurance wise, you know, like I could just go, like I was, you know, so but I don't think I could have swam 4 kilometers in full. Like, I think just the mental hurt. I mean, maybe obviously he was on an adrenaline rush and like highly motivated to save his family, but I still don't know that I could. I don't know that I could commit to it. I think I might just be like, yeah, like I think the mental hurdle of being like, nah, like I'm not getting closer after 2 hours with the life vest. I don't know that I do the other 2 hours. I might just turn around and swim the 2 hours back to them at that point. So yeah, he's obviously a fucking hero. Stranger Than Fiction, dude. It's a crazy story. Like, if somebody were like, you know, write a little movie itself about this, like without it happening, like, you just wrote this as a plot, they'd be like, I don't know, man. Like, I don't know how believable this is. So cool. Okay, what's perf? For me, what's perf is Twitter getting X, I guess it's called X now, but X getting raided in France by the French like cybersecurity crime unit for disseminating child pornography. So the French government was like, yeah, your AI is taking pictures of children and undressing them in a photorealistic capacity without there being any supervision or rein in on it. And then it's being sent out to pedophiles in massive amounts of droves, which like I think like even like really gratuitous like I don't know. I don't know about like artistic drawings, but like definitely like I don't know. I don't know what exactly is illegal, but I think that this definitely should be illegal, I guess is my point. And so, yeah, they just raided their offices. They seized a bunch of their hard drives and their shit, and they're basically just like, yeah, all right, we're shutting down this fucking kiddie porn factory. And I think that that's pretty perf because, like I said before, this shit's run amok. Okay, straight out of science fiction. So they just found FBI, I believe. They just found this Chinese funded bio lab that was like in a California basement, or maybe it's in the Midwest, but it was connected to. There's two of them. One was in California, one is somewhere else. One of them's new, one of them's old. I guess they were connected, funded through the same, like, I guess Chinese terror group, I suppose, or whatever. But it was this like underground biolab, and they said when they came in, they just saw these samples. They had just basically was all these samples, and it said things like TB, HIV, like fucking I don't know, man, fucking who knows, whatever. Just a bunch of like samples of stuff, and like I saw some images from it, like it looked like it was just piss. It looked like at least like some of these samples, like maybe it was they're just like, yeah, this is just fucking herpes piss. Like, no, like this is just a herpes a piss. Like we have a tuberculosis a piss, a herpes a piss. We have Ebola a piss. Like I think that they're just waiting outside of like a college fraternity and just being like, "Hey, are you drunk? You need to piss? Piss in this bucket." And and just like, now we have a chlamydia piss. So yeah, it's just stranger than science fiction to me. I mean, this is some like yeah, this is some like Hollywood ready shit, just like Chinese biohacker lab. Oh my God, I heard that they had chlamydia piss. Yeah, it's pretty fucking wild. I don't know what the goal is. I don't know what the deal like is with all that. Maybe they're planning some like bioterrorism shit, or just like maybe they just really need to collect like Americans' piss. I'm not sure. I'm not sure what's in piss. Really, to be honest. I know there's no DNA in piss. That I do know. I learned that from watching Netflix show. Okay, so for the tech, for this week for the tech, so the tech is Palantir wants you to, in tech news, I suppose this would refer to it for this. In tech news, Palantir wants you to love them. Okay, so Palantir has been tapped for the U.S. government to like create a massive surveillance web on us. They already have this program called Foundry that they sell to governments to enact like mass surveillance tools on people, and now their profits have like gone up 70% or at least 50% over the last year, and it's all fueled by the U.S. government, like U.S. government contracts to supply to create surveillance networks on us in our cities, and this database that can be used through like multiple federal investigations, like blah blah blah. And obviously, like they're getting some heat, so there's some people that are like, this is a violation of the Fourth Amendment, and it utilizes a mass surveillance system that can identify crime basically while it's happening, like live, or things that are kind of lesser crimes that are maybe in my private space, like lighting fireworks off in my backyard or something like that. And then it can be used to then forcibly enter my home under that as like a false pretext of some nonsense to then force, and then find other things and then make me culpable and make myself guilty. And so in response to that, their CEO says, no, that's not true, right? What's true is that this actually helps the Fourth Amendment, that you should be happier. You should have us. Like, if you're smart, this is more or less like his quote, but like if you're like a smart, forward thinking, like even like liberal, like you should believe in Palantir, because we use a system that creates like accountability for the agencies, and everybody has to be accessed through a granular perspective, which means like that, like they have to just be individually accessed. But now the federal government, forever, the federal government has issued to tech companies what is not even a judicial subpoena. So there's a thing called an administrative subpoena that federal agencies can just submit because they don't like something. They don't like somebody's post. Like somebody, you ever wonder when somebody posts like some shit, it's like anti this, like hate speech, that, and then they just like know who the person is. That's through an administrative subpoena most of the time, where they just send it to the company like, we need to pull this dude's logs, and it's not approved by a judge, it's not approved by a jury. It's just a supervisor can be like, yeah, we greenlit this, hit up Google, see if they want to give us your info. So, and they always give it. And so yeah, that's not a fucking like selling point to me, to be like, yeah, like you guys should all want to be surveilled all the time and have your face mask scanned and like run through a massive AI database, like we access through federal agents at any time, because they have to ask about each one of you on an individual basis. So like obviously if most of you, I'm assuming, right, don't do crimes, right, like then you should be good. Like are you a good citizen or not? Are you bad? You're a bad citizen? Okay, it makes sense you don't want to believe in mass surveillance in our country. So yeah, that's in tech news. So love Palantir. Love your new future robot fucking camera overlords. Yeah, I think that's pretty much all I have. All I really have left for this week is what's good with celebs, and they're all mad at Trump. I mean, a bunch of them are mad at Trump. There's some people that are like, I guess, pro-ish Trump, but I feel like they've kind of gotten a little. They're like, ooh, I just wanted lower taxes. I didn't want people shot in the street. So a bunch of celebs mad at Trump, talking shit on the Grammys, talking shit on whatever. Like fucking, it seems like some of these guys. I saw this clip of Mark Ruffalo where like somebody's like, maybe they were interviewing him, but I think it's funnier to think that like they're just interviewing somebody else, and he basically just runs up. He's like, "Did you see my pin? Did you see my pin? You see where it says like fuck ICE? Like, yeah, I don't believe in this," and blah blah blah, 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 blah. Which, you know, I'm against it all too. So you know, whatever. I can only talk so much shit, but I do think that there's probably there's just a lot of mixed messaging around all this shit. So, you know, we got to figure out what we're doing, but what I do think is you know, we need to be more accountable. Everybody needs to be more accountable. On that note, I hope you guys enjoyed the show, and we're going to be back. We're going to be back doing weekly. Back to Weekly Johns. I got the new studio, as you can see. I got the neon. I told my boy to fucking make it say Huff Hash, but all I could make it say was hello. I think he got it on fucking Etsy or some dumb shit. So yeah, we're in the new studio. We're California locked in. The sun's shining, feeling good. Yeah, get ready for the whole new revised Right Brain Forest dropping weekly. Hope you guys have a good day.